Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
2016 had a ton of crappy events happening, but also some awesome ones too. But before we can get to the good, let's take a look at the meh, and annoying events. Also, I'm splitting this up over 3 videos and putting each part on every one of my YouTube channels. You'll be able to see the complete work if you support me on Patreon, on the shameless plug. Why? Well, for one, this list may take a couple of days to just download onto my computer and then upload to the internet. Also, well, this list starts off light and then gets darker as it goes on, and I don't want to lose people by the end. You can jump off anytime you want, however. Keep in mind, this is just a personal list and it will vary from yours. Why 11? Who knows? So let's begin with Star Wars. Who are Rey's parents? Who is Snoke? If these questions were asked, say, the first 2 weeks after the film was released, then there wouldn't be an issue. But there's been a ridiculous theory about both of these for about every week or every day for over a year, and we're still roughly a year from the film actually coming out. What I want to say is, please give it a rest. After thinking about it though, a question popped in my head. Does it really matter? Look, I understand that the Star Wars saga so far has focused on the Skywalkers, but does everyone have to be related to everyone? That's actually a pretty lazy way to chart out a story. If Rey is just a new character without a Solo or a Skywalker background, that'll make the story more interesting because we won't be retreading over the past material and would be creating a new character and not just a spin-off of a previous one. As far as Snoke goes, well, can he just be a really smart guy and a really crafty opportunist? Because remember, the Empire was still strong and in charge when Vader and the Emperor died. Their deaths brought chaos to the Empire, so of course some strong-willed opportunists jumped in and grabbed what they could of what was left. Or maybe he was just an up-and-coming admiral in the Empire and was the next to be logically in charge. He doesn't have to be an existing character from the past films, like that Mace Windu theory. I mean, really, people? Really? It would be a better story-wise if he wasn't. Next, from the superhero films, the whole give Cap a boyfriend thing. Actually, I wouldn't have a problem with this if it first existed in the comics, or heck, if it only existed in the films. If the filmmakers decided to go this way, it would have been fine. Except this is something that was cooked up by fans and some bloggers. People may not remember this, but this first popped up in 2014 with the whole Steve and Sam and the Winter Soldier, and then exploded in Civil War with Steve, Sam, and Bucky. The problem with giving Cap a boyfriend is that he's not gay, and people are alluding to the fact that the men in the film have a very close relationship, then it has to be romantic, which doesn't make sense. In real life, it's possible to have close relationships with someone of the opposite sex or the same sex and it not be a thing. One argument people would use for Cap Bucky being a couple is how far he's willing to go for him. No, actually that's how just Cap is. Remember the scene at Sam's place where Natasha asks would he go the same lengths for her, and he says, I would now. It's because he trusts and respects her at that point. He would do the same thing for Sam by the end of that film, or any of the Avengers by then. The give Cap a boyfriend thing is a fun thing for fan fiction or a BS session between fans, but doesn't make any sense otherwise. Next. Snapping fingers isn't badass. I finally watched the Fantastic Mr. Fox and noticed in a scene where one of the villains tries to scare a boy by snapping his fingers. This wasn't the only time I saw this last year. In the extremely goofy movie, some bullies are scared away by the main cast snapping their fingers. Now, as far as Mr. Fox goes, I can only assume it was done to be weird for the sake of weird, like most of Wes Anderson's films. But come on, there's absolutely positively nothing, and I repeat, nothing intimidating about snapping your fingers. Oh fine, Hiromu Arakawa. You win again. Just like you always do. And now, memes. I would like to nominate myself for the People Who Don't Pay Attention Award. Now, I remember many memes from this year. Arthur's Fist, Habarame, Pepe the Racist Frog, Bicycling Frog, Cory in the House being an anime, and it isn't, by the way. But why did it take me so long until December to discover we are number one? Also, why can't I get out of my head or my playlist now? I don't even like Lazy Town. Oh wait, it's because of the JoJo Diamond's Unbreakable parodies of it, right? Also, why is it that this is popular but not Pumpkin Man dancing? He goes with everything.
When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking.
Come on, wake up, America.